stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Bryce Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Michigan State Spartans offense takes the field to start this game off. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan State. And it is intense, and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along, getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
Off the play fake on first down. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. As they come to the line on 3rd and short for the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Spartans will move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. The give from the gun. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. The short hands, it's Johnson. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets rid of it. The short hands, it's Carter. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Carter. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Powers through the defender. And the Wolverines fail to get a stop on 3rd down again. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Running it back, it's Stewart. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The option look. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Snags it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. And here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Holds it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. To the ground with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide out in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Carter. And the Spartans get enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Here's the handoff. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Weber. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Fighting off the defender. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Turns it loose deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got it in the middle. It's Parachek. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. And if he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Pulls it and fires to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And the Spartans get it past the sticks. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down.
To kick it away.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have two longtime foes separated by 65 miles battling for a prize like the Paul Bunyan Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
And the Spartans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got enough for the first down. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This crowd knows when to bring it. Now from inside the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Morgan.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. They want to just keep throwing it. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensive. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It is good! And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to Troy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stops at the 14. Leaves it with the back. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. The Spartans want to crank the tempo. Rides to the back. Just ran him over. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Using his legs, it's Carter. Nifty run there. Pick up of 6 out to the 25. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good. But man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, and you can put 3 on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch them in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker. It is so important.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. He'll take it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Unloads quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be fourth down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Off play action on first down. It's complete. A huge pickup. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Goes to the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Line getting set on second down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. That's caught. It's Anthony. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Ocha. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Slams ahead. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for a block. It's Stewart. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for room. It's Ocha. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the middle. It's Loveland. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Here comes the option. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The back goes in motion. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. On the option. He'll toss it. Open space at the 25. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Motion from the offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option. Sweet feet on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Morgan. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. With the run on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. It just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kent State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 21 over Ball State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Going up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. The freshman just a little too much on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to the air one more time. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Spartans in the hurry-up.
And that moves the chains for a 1st down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Looking to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Looking to throw on second down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.